The city here to face the Lakers, and then NBA TV with a doubleheader on Sunday. Rockets, Heat, Hornets, Clippers. Duncan trying to bank it, rebounded by Gasol. Marv Albert along with Hall of Famer Reggie Miller. Barnes is blocked and then able to score on the recovery. Five-time NBA champion Steve Kerr. Hall of Famer Cheryl Miller. I'm surrounded by basketball royalty. I cannot handle it.
You did seem a little in awe in our production meeting this morning.
Yeah. I was. That's been going on for a long time. You may not have noticed that. There's Jackson taking to the rim.
Well, we heard Charles Barkley talk about Jackson's addition to the Spurs, and he feels making them the favorites in the West. What I like about Jack is not so much the scoring. That's a bonus, but he gives them another big body to cover the wing players that they're going to have to face in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Guys like Kobe or Durant, maybe if they get to the finals, LeBron or Wade. They've got a lot of bodies now on that wing area who can defend pretty well. Kawhi Leonard as well.
Yeah, but you're asking a rookie to get out there during playoff time, and I think that's the advantage that Jack will have, especially come starting April 28th. It's that edge, though.
Yeah, the experience.
The experience, right.
Tim Duncan now has 17 points. Another Laker turnover. Duncan from Green with just under 4 to go in this fourth quarter. Mike Brown calls for time with the Spurs now up 105-83 as the crowd begun to file out of Staples Center.
Surf's up, everybody get your boards and your wetsuits. FreeCreditScore.com's gonna direct you to check your credit score before it gets too late and you end up strapped for cash patching your board with duct tape. So hit FreeCreditScore.com, find out what credit's about, or else you could be headed for a credit wipeout. A credit wipeout. A credit wipeout. A credit wipeout. You could be headed for a wipeout.
Offer applies with enrollment in FreeCreditScore.com.
Coming up next here on TNT, inside the NBA, we go to the studio for Ernie, Charles, and Shaq. And another doubleheader this Thursday starting 8 o'clock Eastern Time. The Chicago Bulls on top of the Eastern Conference at 46-15 face the Miami Heat. At the moment, 2.5 behind the Bulls, and then the Clippers play the Suns in Phoenix.
You know, Rose and Deng, they don't play last night against Washington at home and lose, and this is a chance here for Miami. They can win that game at home to pull within a game and a half behind the division-leading Chicago Bulls.
And at the bottom of the East, earlier this evening, the game seen here on TNT, the Knicks defeating the Celtics despite the Miami.
I tell you, Indiana has very quietly had a great season. Marv, you mentioned Frank Vogel, the job he's done. He'll get some votes for Coach of the Year, but it's a nice roster. They have a very deep team, well balanced.
And Greg Popovich has made some changes. Patty Mills, recently signed as a free agent, former member of the Trailblazers, has come on. Darius Morris checking in for the Lakers as Ebanks able to knock it down as we approach 3 minutes to go. Splitter is back. DL finds Green for 3.
DL is such a great passer. You put him down on the block, and once he puts the ball on the floor, he seems to know where every single shooter is. We used to see him do that all the time with the Phoenix Suns.
Barnes from downtown coming up short. Green hitting his third from beyond that three-point line. This is Mills, grew up in Australia, played for the Australian national team for a number of years. Leonard, rebounded by Murphy. So the San Antonio Spurs will make it 18 wins their last 21 games. Mills on the foul. They will go to 44-16. This is a Spur team that has had two separate 11-game win streaks.
It's easy to see why when you see them up close and you see the ball move like it does. You see all the shot makers they have out there, and just the depth in this season really coming in handy.
It'll be interesting to see going forward. Size does bother them to a certain extent. It didn't tonight because the Lakers are a big team, but teams like Memphis, OKC, though the Spurs do have a winning record against the Thunder this year, size somewhat affects them down low.
Splitter making a move, try to back his way on Jordan Hill, who just came on. Three-year man from Arizona, originally a first-round pick of the Knicks. So Splitter will go to the line where he has struggled, a 68% free throw shooter. TNT this June, the end is just the beginning from TNT and DreamWorks Television, Falling Skies. And for the latest on the new season, like us on Facebook. Thiago Splitter, who last season missed 22 games due to injury. The first-round pick of the Spurs back in 2007, but decided to remain in Spain and played the Spanish League. Morris trying to turn the corner, did get inside, rebounded by Hill. Jordan Hill, who was back from a knee injury, getting some minutes here.
Well, I guess it's time for Kobe to come back now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it was nice while it lasted, a little 4-1 stretch without him. But you said it early in the telecast, Reggie, that stuff is fine in terms of, the ball moving better and team playing well without him. But over the long course of the season, and particularly in the playoffs, I mean, there's no way. You have to have him out there.
Bullet pass thrown by Barnes, and Hill not able to handle it.
There he is sitting on his, I think that he stole Phil Jackson's seat. That's the throne that Phil used to sit on. Looks like a foot taller than everybody else.
Maybe he's trying to let the coaches know it's time for me to come back, and that's why he's sitting on his throne.
Could be.
He can look bigger than life.
Well, including tonight, he's missed the last 6 games. Nice move by Splitter, but Hill over for the rejection. The 18 straight points as Hill is able to knock it down. Late second quarter, scored by San Antonio, breaking open what was a close game. And during that stretch, the Lakers committing 5 straight turnovers. Tony Parker had himself a big night, 29 points. He had 14 of 20 from the field, 13 assists. This is James Anderson, who came on a moment ago. Anderson, second-year player out of Oklahoma State, a first-round draft pick last season. Barnes draws the foul. Tim Duncan, 9 of 14, 19 points. Manu Ginobili, 15 points. So the big three had a big night. A recap of what took place in the second quarter.
Not offensively, Tony Parker really put the team on his shoulders. And if it was in the open quarter in that high pick and roll situation, just really affected the Lakers defense.
High point man for the Lakers, Andrew Bynum with 21.
He needs to be mic'd all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Go on tour, start his own comedy tour. Brilliant.
He may request the microphone.
Yeah.
Down to the final seconds. The Spurs playing their second game in actually a back-to-back-to-back situation. They'll wind it up at Sacramento tomorrow night as the San Antonio Spurs defeat the Los Angeles Lakers 112-99.